Time for a special presentation, and then we're going to get into our presentation with the students. But I'd like to call past President Bill Lyman to the stage, to the podium, and he has a special thing for you.
Well, first of all, I want to say happy birthday to Paul Harris, founder of Rotary International, who was born 150 years ago today.
Wow.
So, happy birthday, Paul.
Perfect timing.
Now, speaking of long-term or long-time Rotarians, of course, we're here today to recognize two faithful Elmhurst Rotarians, Tony Damiani and Ted Airy. After many years of faithful attendance, they haven't been able to attend our club meetings recently, but we haven't forgotten them. We haven't forgotten you, Tony and Ted, and that's why we're here today. Tony Damiani. Tony's been retired for some years now, and I think at age 97 he's earned that retirement. He dedicated a career to helping people and to serving humanitarian causes. At 91, Ted Airy is the kid of the duo. He's a true Rotarian who's given selflessly, and I mean that seriously, to furthering the cause of Rotary in our club and in the district and internationally. He served as district governor, and there's so much about Ted's service to Rotary that we don't have time today to even get started with it. So I do know that his story repeatedly says, I'm serving, and he puts serving above self, which is our Rotary motto. So with that brief background, Tony and Ted, it's my pleasure to show our club's appreciation by giving you each a small memento honoring your many years of faithful service to Rotary in Elmhurst, Rotary District 6450, and Rotary International. And I see Ted here. And I will ask Mary Ann to hand that to Tony. Thank you.
Would you mind reading it, Joyce?
It says Ted Airy, outstanding years of service, Rotary Club of Elmhurst, April 19th, 2018.
And Tony says exactly the same thing. So Tony and Ted, I can't say it better than Bill said it. We're extremely grateful to have you still in our community. We miss you terribly, and at least we can show up once in a while and say how nice it is to have you. Ted.
Tony wanted to say a few words.
Sure, Tony.
It's a pleasure to be here. I was a Rotarian for 50 years plus. I had the privilege of being president, and I sat in on a lot of interesting meetings, and I see a lot of those faces yet. Thank you very much. Good luck to you, and I hope to see you again.
Yeah. All right. You don't have to.
Well, you can't. That's just a government. It's a thrill for me to be here and to see a lot of familiar faces. I've missed you, and we thank you for coming.
Thank you. All right.
When were you district governor for all of these young children, students that have just started Rotary?
1800 something. Goes back long.
1987 and 88, I think, right?
How many of you here would know and remember Thor Holder?
Just
Huh?
me.
Not many.
Back there, Thor? Yeah, I know.
All right.
But it's
Well,
a huge honor.
Yes, right, it is. Well, with that, thank you all. Thank you for your many years of service, and thank you for the nice turnout today to honor Ted and Tony. I'd like now to invite up Leslie Stipe, who's going to introduce her group, and they're going to talk about a program that the Interact students are working on. Leslie?
Thank you. Thanks for having us. It's always nice when we get a chance to have lunch with you. I've been a teacher for 23 years, and it's really an honor each year when I get to work with amazing students, and every year it's been like that. This year is my first year sponsoring Interact Club, and the leadership, the compassion, we meet every other Thursday morning, and the ideas that come out of this group, and they really truly want to help and serve others. We're going to have two parts to the presentation. Liam Parpan, who is our president, is going to come up and give you just an overview of all the cool things we've done this year. And then after that, Allie and Matt Splitstone are going to talk about a project we're undertaking for the next year, working with Revelation Golf. So Liam, you come on up and you're going to talk.
I'm just going to kill this, though, because we're a little ahead of it.
Okay, all
I
right.
apologize.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hi everyone, my name is Liam Parpan and I'm the president of Interact Club at York. This year has been very successful as we've crushed our fundraising goals, we have participated in many service events, and we have increased our outcome of the students that attend each meeting from 5 or 6 in previous years to over 20 this year. As our very productive year has come to an end, I would like to share with some of you all that we've done this year. At the start of the year, we had a Halloween fundraiser where we sold caramel apple suckers and we raised over $200. We also hosted a fundraiser at Chipotle where they donated 50% of their proceeds during a given time period to our club, raising over $100. During the wintertime, we adopted a family, a low-income family in the Chicagoland area, and we all bought Christmas gifts for them. Everyone in our club went out and they bought individual gifts. We then wrapped them at one of our meetings. We also made a mitten tree around that same time where anyone, including you guys, were able to bring mittens to our school and put them on our mitten tree, where we then donated to children who could not afford mittens or did not have them in the Onward neighborhood area in Chicago. At the end of the first semester, we donated $100 to 2 different charities we selected. The first one being the Kara Spadali Foundation, which raises money for research in DIPG, which is a type of brain cancer. We also donated money to the Wounded Warrior Project. Later in the year, second semester, we wrote letters of encouragement to the students who attended Stoneman Douglas High School, where the school shooting took place. We also donated $100 to that foundation as well. Later, we had a raffle at a concession that we hosted at our school for different sporting events, where we raised over $130. And during the concessions, we raised about $200, and there was 2 of them, so we have about $400 with that. For Valentine's Day, we hosted a fundraiser where we sold conversation hearts and suckers, and there we raised over $200 as well. Lastly, we hosted a book drive at our school and collected over 10 boxes of books, which we donated to the children, again, at the Onward Neighborhood House. And then, actually, the last thing, just yesterday, we had a fundraiser at Corrido, where they, like Chipotle, donated 20% of their proceeds for the entire day. I'm not sure how much we raised, as it was just yesterday, but I'm sure it was quite a bit. And lastly, our next things we have coming up for the very end of the year, we will be having a service event with Easter Seals, where they help people with disabilities, and they'll be having a fun run that we'll be cheering on the kids there. And then Revelation Golf, which Allie will be talking about shortly. But before I give the mic to Allie, I just want to thank all of you for your generosity and assistance in many of our projects this year. So thank you.
So we can turn this on.
Okay. And I'll show her how to do that. Allie, you can just advance this from... Just push this right button,
Okay.
and it'll go to the next slide, and back. Just that one, forward, back. Okay?
Hello, my name is Allie Splitstone, and I'm here today to talk to you about an organization called Revelation Golf. My family and I have been involved with this group for nearly 10 years and have nothing but good things to say about it. Revelation Golf was started over a decade ago with the mission to impact the physical, social, emotional, and spiritual quality of life for military members, veterans, children and adults with cancer or physical disability, and at-risk youth, using the game of golf to help them become active members of our community. Revelation Golf was founded by two wonderful women, and they have dedicated their lives to making Revelation Golf a success, but more importantly, to change the lives of people they work with. Donna is a certified recreation specialist, and Kathy is a golf professional with an amazing background in both playing and teaching golf. They both love the game, and I believe their passion is easily observable when you see them work with their clients. Revelation Golf has a wide variety of programs to help people. These include a veterans program, a program for adults with physical disabilities and cancer, a program for children with physical disabilities and cancer, and a program that focuses on teaching golf to girls who are at risk. I'll talk in a bit more detail about the veterans program and the program for at-risk girls, and then my brother Matthew will speak to you about his experience in the program for children with physical disabilities. The Revelation Golf Veterans Program has grown a lot in recent years as veterans have come back from military engagements overseas. Initially, the program mostly helped veterans with physical impairments, but over time they realized that there were also a lot of returning veterans who had PTSD and similar afflictions, so they started designing programs to address these issues. Last fall, Revelation Golf received a letter from a worker at a veterans hospital, where Revelation Golf runs programs, and here are a couple excerpts. He said, "I see the lasting effect your program has on our veterans, as often we have alumni that continue to come and participate even when they have been discharged from our PTSD program. Your program instills hope, brings control to their life again, builds confidence, and gains them freedom." And he also said, "Thank you both so much for all you do for our veterans, not only through your program, but because of who you are. Your gentle and caring spirits touch their hearts and lives in so many ways, leaving an impact that is immense and far-reaching." Another program that Donna and Kathy run is for at-risk girls. I'd like to share an example of a life that they touched in the past couple years. A girl named Aylin was going through a significant amount of family disruption and financial distress, and in fact was homeless for a while. One day, she went to a Revelation Golf clinic and immediately fell in love with the game. Since that time, she's continued to work with Revelation Golf, and in particular with Kathy Williams. She's now a freshman at Palatine High School, is an honor student, and made the varsity golf team as a freshman. There are countless other examples of the lives that Revelation Golf has touched. I'd now like to turn this over to my twin brother Matthew to share his experiences. Thank you.
I'm just going to put that chair there. Would you like to just sit?
Oh, no, it's fine. I can
All right.
stand behind it. That's fine.
I'm
Thanks.
just going to give you this
Okay.
in case you need to.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's me. My name is Matthew Spilstone. And for the past 10 years, I've been involved with my family with Revelation Golf. So a little background, I was born with cerebral palsy, which can manifest itself in many different ways, but in my case, it has mainly affected my ability to walk. When I was 7 years old, I heard about a program that uses golf to help people with many different types of challenges, including kids like myself who face physical challenges. So since that time, my family and I have been very involved with this organization, and I'm just really happy that I get the chance to talk to you guys about it. So when we heard about Donna and Kathy, we were immediately interested because it seemed like the perfect combination of physical therapy with Donna and golf with Kathy. Over the years, they've learned to work with all types of different people facing all kinds of different challenges. In many cases, learning golf is really just a side benefit to what they're trying to accomplish. In my case, for example, a lot of what they're working on is gross motor control, eye-hand coordination, and balance. Also, for a kid who doesn't get out very often to play sports, it's sometimes nice just to get outside and have some physical activity. You know, I'm never going to be a great golfer, but the benefits to me of being part of Revelation Golf have been enormous. So the two women who run the organization, who Allie talked about briefly, are an inspiration to me. They both could have made a lot more money doing what they were trained to do, therapy and golf coaching respectively, but have chosen to sacrifice their own self-interest in order to help others. The obvious joy on their faces when their participants do well on the golf course is great to see. They both took a risk in their lives by deciding to do what they were passionate about, but I think they're glad that they made the choice that they did. In the past, I've helped this organization by volunteering at their annual golf outings, being featured in their promotional literature and videos, and giving speeches at various events. Also, my mom, who's here today, is on the board of directors, and both my mom and my dad have been involved in helping to organize the annual golf outing fundraiser. Over the years, it's been interesting to see how the organization has changed, and it's been wonderful to see how many hundreds of people have been helped. After all these years, it really feels like the women who run this organization have become part of our family, and I think they would say that we're part of their family as well. Going forward, I hope to be able to stay involved with them in whatever capacity they need me. Teaching disabled people to play golf may seem like a small, somewhat unimportant thing, but I can attest to the fact that it makes a big difference by allowing people to be able to do something outside of their friends and family, and by helping people become more active in their community. So, thank you.
All right, are there any questions that you might have? Yes, sir.
Is Revelation Golf a 501c3 nonprofit?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I was just going to the website the other day because I thought, we should kind of understand what this is a little bit about. And it was very interesting because it's just not veterans that are doing it or young people, but there was a lady in her 40s or 50s that was on, she had braces on her legs, and she was learning how to play golf and had to steady herself. It's a fabulous organization, and one that I think you've done some research on, and we appreciate very much your willingness to embrace this. It's kind of interesting because we're honoring our longtime members who have been Rotarians, but we're also honoring our future Rotarians and our Interact, and that's what Rotary's all about. It's really kind of nice honoring all ages and all contributions. So with that, the Rotary Club of Elmhurst would like to present the Interact students a check of $1,000 made out to Revelation Golf, and we are very excited and really support your endeavors of really doing what Rotary is all about, service above self, and you're certainly doing that. So would you mind coming up, all of you? Matt, if you can't, you can just stay where you are. Let's just hold on to this a little bit. Leslie, you can come up.
He's not gonna miss this.
All right. Can we get a picture of this, someone?
You're our camera.
Yeah, I'm doing everything. Lee,
Yes.
can you take a picture?
Well, yeah, I don't like your camera.
I know. These pro cameras are just too much.
Yes.
Just push
Yeah.
and take a picture. All right, let's do that.
He comes with a shirt by the carry.
Wow.
Can you?
Aren't you gonna get in it?
I guess I should.
Otherwise you could take it.
I guess I should. All right. Have you got enough?
Well, this minute I gotta see if I can get another one in. This thing is not my.
All right.
Press the button.
I still don't.
All right, sure, I'll do it. That's okay. Thank you, Lee, but we'll do it.
Oh, here, I got
Yeah,
it.
that's it. You got it now?
All right.
Okay, let's try again.
I don't like
The real one.
There we go.
That's your lead, Lee.
Alright.
One more.
this.
Make the noise.
Ah!
Congratulations.
Let me just say. All right. Well, I'm just going to do one just to be on the safe side. Could we? One more? There we go. All right. Excellent. Everybody here? 1, 2. One more. 1, 2, 3. Well, hold on. Because. Well, I would like to see you go to the bank and cash this check. So that's that was just more of the demonstration. But I do have a check for $1,000 in my pocket, and I would like to present it to Leslie on behalf of the Interact students. So.
You have been so generous to all the things that we have done over the years, or over the year. And just thank you so much. We look forward to, we're on the 22nd of May, we're going to have our first service project working with Revelation Golf, and we've told them we want to do it, work with them all year. So this is great, and I know they'll really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right. I'll take this back. You don't have to do that.